So we're going to look at how to create new customer inquiries, and then how you track pricing that you're receiving back from suppliers, and then generating quotes that you're going to send out to customers. So first off, we'll talk about creating new inquiries. And there's actually two different ways you can do this. One of which is do it in the actual interface itself. And to do that, you go into Sales and Purchases, and then Inquiries, and create new inquiry. And the interface is pretty simple. You can put notes in there. You can choose what type of inquiry it is. So for the most part, it sounds like you're going to be tracking requests for quotes that customers are receiving, or that customers are requesting. And then you choose which specific products it is that you want to add to this inquiry. So you can do this one by one by coming in here, select from the product list here. Let's say we pick this one. And you can choose a manufacturer for that, or just say a quantity and notes about that specific product, and click update. And that's one way you can create and manage inquiries. The other way is you can do them using a custom tool that we built, which is called the Inquiry Import tool. And that tool actually allows you to create inquiries, but it can also create products and customers and manufacturers as well. So we'll show you how to use that. So you go into Tools, Data Update Tools, and Inquiry Import. And this is, you can just kind of do this from directly within the screen here, or I'm suggesting it's probably easier to do it in the Excel environment. So you just click that button there, Edit in Excel, and that loads an Excel spreadsheet, which is actually loading on my other screen. I'll pull it over. Okay, and these are the pieces of information that are being tracked about each inquiry. So you have a couple options here. You can copy and paste from another spreadsheet if you want to, or you can just enter information directly into this spreadsheet. But either way, you can't change any of the column headings or the order of the columns or add columns or anything like that. The columns have to be static. So the first one here is which customer is this for? So you can choose from your existing customer list, which is here, or you can just type in something brand new, and that will create that customer for you. So for now, I'll just choose the customer that we want to pick. We'll choose what our lead source is. So let's say it's a phone call. Manufacturers, you can choose from the existing list here, or you can create a brand new one by just typing something in. And the same is true of parts as well. Let's say we do test product, and then let's put a quantity in. Let's say this customer's looking for 500 pieces, and the price he's looking for is $2 a piece. And then we'll select from our trader list here as well, and that's it. So now you can add as many lines as you want. It's unlimited in terms of the number of lines. And then you just close it out from the X up there, and that's going to save it to a temporary location. Then it brings you back into the system, and this is blank. You got to remember to click this button here, Update from Excel, which brings all the information from that temporary location back here into the database. If you wanted to, you can make additional changes here, but if not, you're going to click Done. And then a little summary window pops up here and tells you, did it create any new customer records? In this case, it didn't, because remember we selected from the drop-down list, so there's no need to create new records. Didn't create any new products, didn't create any new manufacturers. If it did, it would list the customers and products and manufacturers it created. But what it did do was create a new inquiry, which is number 1074. So now if I wanted to, we could go update that inquiry using the regular interface, like we were looking at before, from inquiries and then update inquiries. And if we want to go in here and make changes, we can, or see a history of all the inquiries that have been entered. We can we can see that too. And now let's say you want to get pricing back from suppliers. Oh, I should mention one more thing about this. Within the inquiry, there is a document that gets generated which is designed to go out to the suppliers. So actually, it looks like you're going to have to click Done in here to generate it. Now let's go back in and see if it's there. Yeah, so now you'll see it's in the Documents and Images section. This is called an RFQ. The system will generate it automatically and loads this spreadsheet. Actually, no, it's not a spreadsheet. It's a PDF that's designed to be sent out to the the customer. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This is actually for the customer, it looks like. So you can just send this out directly to the customer, which is a history of the inquiry. Now, the other option is, now if you want to start tracking information that you're receiving back from suppliers, you can do that. And to do that, you're going to go in the Sales and Purchase menu, and that's going to be in this Offers section. So let's click Offers, and we're going to create a new offer. So this is pricing that we've received back from suppliers. So first off, we're going to choose who is the vendor that is providing us with the pricing. So let's say we use Arrow. And now if we want to, we can attach this to an inquiry. So remember, we just created an inquiry before, a customer inquiry from test customer. So I'll select that, and you'll see when we do that, it fills in the customer, fills in the product, fills in the quantity, fills in the unit of measure and all that. We just need to put in our price. So let's say that they're quoting us at $1 a piece for 500 pieces. We could put a date on this too. Let's say 1/6/15, and then this pricing is valid for, let's say, 30 days or a month, and that's the expiration date. Now you can also tie the user internally who's working with the supplier and the user internally who's working with the customer. You can do that as well. And then now you kind of have this history of offers. So if you go into the product record, you can see a history of all the different suppliers and what they've quoted you. You can also go back into that initial inquiry. Let's just say view inquiry, and that inquiry was 1074. And you can see all the different offers you received in from different suppliers related to this inquiry. So in this case, we have the one offer for $1 per piece related to that product. That is, and then you could view that or update that offer as well. So that's sort of tying them together. And then finally, if you wanted to generate a quote document, send out to the customer, you can do that. And you would do that in the Sales and Purchase menu and Quote. And then you go Quote Assign. And now you can copy from an offer, which is I think what you'd want to do. You don't have to, but you can. So actually, this is an important distinction. So you can copy from an entire offer. Like if all the parts were offered by the same vendor, then you'd come in here and choose the various offers that you received, and you just pick one, and it'll bring in all the parts. The other option is you can choose specific line items from, so you can kind of mix and match from different vendors. So to do that, you click on that offer screen. This brings up all the different offers that we received from different suppliers, and we can just put our price in here. So let's say we're quoting the customer at $225. And then if you wanted to, after that, you could add another line and then associate with another offer as well. We'll put an expiration date on the quote as well. Let's say 2/15/15. And we'll assign it. So now we've got a record of the quote, and now if the customer wants to, and they come back, well, actually before we actually generate the order, let's send out the quote document. So you'd come in here and say Edit Print Document, and we'll click Proceed, Open, and now we've got this actual quote document here that you can send out that has the pricing and everything on it. So you could just email this out. Now, if the customer does come back and they accept the order, you can. Let's cancel here. You can convert that directly into an order by clicking this Create Sales Order. And actually, what this does is allows you to sort of mix and match here. So if you've quoted them 5 different parts, but they say they only want 3 of them, you just check off the parts that they actually want and then click this Create Sales Order button.